turned sour, and a tricky second leg in Europe against Bohemians Prague. Its importance to Spurs is probably rather greater than just the 3 points available. Garth Crooks gets another chance in the starting lineup in the absence through injury of Clive Allen, and with Tony Galvin fit again, the side has a much more balanced look about it. Incidentally, Graham Roberts will take any penalty which may arrive, although he missed against Sunderland. That was his first miss as a senior professional. Newcastle have proved to be not as bad as the doubters said in the summer, or as good as their start suggested, but they look to be establishing themselves back in the big time. Jack Charlton has reconditioned the engine room by buying Pat Hurd and Gary Megson, and they're a side of growing personalities, one of whom, Peter Beardsley, is back in the side today after missing last Saturday because of a back injury. Smiling referee of the afternoon is Tom Bune, who comes from Berkshire. So in the mad, hectic world of modern football in this country, this is Tottenham's 28th fixture of the season. First touch for Gary Megson. Failed to play a game at Nottingham Forest, and they showed a debit of around 65,000. Here's Gary Stevens. Goalkeeper an error at the angle. And Falco just wide of the far post. Stevens seizing on some rather lackadaisical clearances by the Newcastle defence, but Falco unable to take his chance. Other on the query. Saunders away. Beardsley. First Newcastle attack is one of pace, and Ray Clements does well. Needed the second attempt, but the goalkeeper charge from his line was as quick as that of either Waddle or Beardsley. Roberts. Falco. Crooks. Tony Galvin. Simple ball, but a good one. Caught the goalkeeper in two minds. But the chip arrived very comfortably indeed. Fine ball by Roberts of such simplicity. And the best things in football are simple. Saunders. And Waddle is on the end of it. Just didn't really get hold of the shot. A long ball from Saunders. I'm not quite sure whether it had such intent. It certainly proved to be a very good pass. Ray Clements did well, always following the line of it, not being drawn, and taking advantage of a slightly disappointing shot in the end. Roberts. Need to be quite so flamboyant. Here's Saunders. Beardsley. Space for Hurd. Fine ball by Beardsley. Waddle far side. Wharton in the middle. And it's gone in. Off the line by Perryman. And play continues. Steve Perryman, the captain, who saved Tottenham after Wharton's flick had eluded Ray Clements. Here's Crooks for Tottenham, to Huddle, to Crooks. Shoulder to shoulder, no doubt about that. Perryman did really very, very well to get back and cover. It was a fine move by Newcastle, started way back at Malcolm Brown. Wharton was in there, and it seemed that he'd beaten Clements, and indeed he had, and up popped Steve Perryman to flick the ball off the line. Roberts. Across. Good shoulder back from Gary Stevens. Crooks! Fine save! Oh, he was up there early, was Crooks, to meet Stevens' cross, and there was plenty of power in the header, and a really good save by Kevin Carr. Tottenham's corner. Roberts, Stevens, and again! Appeared from some distance by the right-hand post from his viewpoint. Carr suddenly appeared to make that look almost comfortable. Stevens involved in so much. Roberts. And the free kick is in Tottenham's favour. Roberts determined charge through. And it's a nasty cut on the eye for Kenny Wharton. But the free kick has been given against Kenny Wharton. And he leaves for the dressing room. Just over a minute of the half remaining. And Newcastle to play with 10 men for the remainder of the half. On by Roberts. Crooks trying to pick the corner. And Mr. Bune brings to an end the half, which certainly had its goal-mouth incidents. More of them down at Kevin Carr's end. But for all that, a curiously disjointed first period. Well, very much the seasonal spirit at White Hart Lane. Carols written in the programme, the arrival of Father Christmas to distribute his goodies. And this, in fact, is Tottenham's last game at home before the Christmas holiday. Kenny Wharton back for the second half with 3 stitches in the wound caused by contacting Graham Roberts' boot. But the incident, a total accident. Peter Beardsley gets the match underway again. Partnership with Chris Waddle, which certainly offered a few threats to Tottenham in the first period, and offers an immediate threat in the second. As the ball ran away from Roberts and was struck instantly by the left boot of Chris Waddle. But again, he didn't quite get hold of it, but Clements was well forward. It's rather curious that 5 matches that Newcastle have lost have all been to teams currently in the top 6, so that puts a question mark on this fixture. Waddle, being supplied by Beardsley, and he's made the gap this time. That's a fine goal! That is a really super goal! 2 minutes of the second half, and the partnership works for Newcastle United. Beardsley supplying the ball, and Waddle making room for himself and curling one in between Clements' right hand and the right post to nestle with delight in the corner of the goal. So are Newcastle about to follow where Sunderland trod? Newcastle haven't taken all 3 points away from home since the opening fixture of the season, which was at Leicester. Tony Galvin. By Roberts. Waddle's 12th goal of the season, his 10th in the Cannon League. Crooks, Huddle, Chidozie, turn of pace, and he was held. And a penalty! He was inside the box, the referee looked at the linesman put the flag across his chest, and Mr. Bune pointed to the penalty spot. But it was a teasing ball in by Huddle. Chidozie suddenly found an extra gear. There were 3 Newcastle players there. The linesman immediately signalled that he was being impeded, the Tottenham winger. The referee looked at him, the linesman put the flag across his chest, and Mr. Bune pointed to the spot. wins in triumph. There was enough pace on the rising ball to beat Kevin Carr. Well, the officials working together to give the award. But it has to be said that Tottenham are really back in the match in a rather fortunate manner. It's not to say the decision was wrong, it was just that impetuosity on the right side that denied Chidozie produced a penalty when the danger was nothing as great as it eventually proved to be. Offside against Waddle. Whatever the final outcome, Roberts has maintained Tottenham's record of scoring in every home match this season. Galvin, pass beat 3. As well. Roberts who started it. It was a good ball, cut out 3. Galvin went to the line and his cross had defenders twisting and turning, and Falco rammed the ball home to put Tottenham in front. Three minutes gone. Two goals in 3 minutes, changing the face and the atmosphere of White Hart Lane. It's the 14th goal of the season for Mark Falco, and it makes it 3 goals in the last 5 games after a long drought. He went 12 matches without a goal. Stevens. That was a push by McCreary. Huddle obviously thought so. Roda, that's well swept out to Beardsley. Good tackle by Chris Hughton. He's had to win his way back into the side after suspension and then being dropped last week. I think that may be a free kick. Yes, it is. Hughton catching the back of Beardsley's ankle. Megson on. Wharton, fine save! Wharton puts his hand behind the bleeding head. And Clements once more gets up to his feet like a spring and with a smile on his face. Hasn't been called on to do too much. Typical save, and really he told the England manager that he didn't want a part of the international scene far too early. Maybe 36, but he's been in very good nick this season. Just a question of time for the odd stoppage now. Nothing like as many as there were in the first half. And here's Chidozie coming in from the position where he was when the whole game was changed. And there's Falco! He gets his second. And Tottenham have a 3-1 victory. Score which in truth rather flatters them, but Josie on the right, comfortable cross, and Falco arriving on the near post without Newcastle company makes it 3-1. Scoring 2 of the goals, but it was Graham Roberts who dragged Tottenham back with the penalty and starting the move which wiped out Chris Waddle's goal for Newcastle. Some sympathy for them. Final score 3-1.